Good morning, brothers and sisters. Here we go. My name is Irvin Russell Pelton Jr., and I am the second son of Irvin and Betty Pelton. May they rest in peace. Oh, and who's this? Oh, and this is nice. Say hi to everybody. You give me kisses. Oh, you give me kisses. Yes, I love you too. What a wonderful dog. What a wonderful dog. She's such a blessing. She brings joy into my life. When I get sad and feel like I'm getting beat up, that dog is a wonderful dog. Okay, I want to dedicate this day to a friend of mine. His name is Kurt Mobley. And those of you that pray and stuff, I would ask that you, sorry about that. I would like to ask you to pray for my buddy Kurt and his wonderful girlfriend, Teresa. And the reason being, pray for Kurt because Kurt is laying in a hospital bed dying. Today, I just got off the phone with his girlfriend, Teresa, and praise the Lord, she's going there and she's doing everything she possibly can to make his passing away easier. But as you and I are going about our day today and enjoying everything, there are people dying that no longer have the right to do what we're doing. Okay, so I'm dedicating this video and I'm going to carry on with the mission trip. And one of the main reasons is because I got friends and family that have been pulling and they're so grateful for what we're doing. My buddy Joe Salins, he's coming home from the hospital today. And praise the Lord, I talk with him a lot. And he helps emotionally support me as I'm traveling. My buddy Kurt is teaching me right now that at any given time, because I was in the hospital last month, a stroke, but I'm still able to walk and talk and drive and so on and so forth. I'm taking my medicine and I'm eating better. So, okay, so we're celebrating today. I'm going to tell you a little story. Y'all know Uncle Irv likes to talk story. So yesterday, I'm checking the Cash App and the PayPal app to see if I can come up with the money that I need in order to move the RV down the road. Today is Sunday, and we want to go to church. And hopefully we will be able to go to the 11 o'clock service. But we also, tomorrow being Monday, we're going to the local mission and asking them if we could help them out. And so we raised the money. Okay, I needed $213. This is the story I want to tell you. So last night here in Colorado, I take my medicine and I crawl in bed about 9:30. And, I'm real anxious in my heart and, Lord, I need this money. I don't have it. I need this money. And when I laid down, I said to myself, Irvin, all the worrying in the world is not going to make that money manifest. But I was talking to the Lord, and I told him, I said, I'm turning it over to you. If you want me to go any further, I can't unless you come true and put it on somebody's heart to help me out, because I don't have it. I'm stranded. And praise the Lord, this is the first time in almost 5 years that we've ended up stranded, literally like we are. Okay, so I'm doing that. I'm laying in bed and I turn it over to the Lord. I'm going to sleep. I'm in pain. Lord, if you want me to go on, You know I need a couple more dollars. My phone rings, and I answer it. It's a good buddy of mine, Dwight Stricken, from Michigan. I've known him for many years. I've cut his hair so many times. He has helped support us through this endeavor. But he got home from work last night, and what he told me is that when he turned on his internet and he went to Facebook, the first thing that popped up was my video that I made yesterday begging for money. And he called me up. He said, I didn't even finish watching the video, but Irv, I'm going to send you, how much do you need? And so we had a little conversation, and he's like, I'm sending you some money right now. And it was enough money that I needed to get the RV so I can travel down the road with it. And he tells me, bruh, buy yourself a meal. And this funny, we're sitting in Cracker Barrel parking lot. And today is Sunday. I've been here, I think, 3 nights, 3 days. I went in and asked permission to park here, and the manager told me, yeah, but you got to be careful because there's a city ordinance about parking in parking lots here. And they do. In Colorado, the signs are everywhere. If you park in their parking lot, and the city, they prohibit that. So the businesses, they'll say, hey, yeah, go ahead. Thank you for what you're doing. Park here. You'll be safe. And thank you for coming into our restaurant to eat. And so I asked permission for one night. We've been here 3 nights. My new tripod, I'm still learning it, folks. Be patient with Uncle Irv. And so we're going to go in there. When we're done here, we're going to have breakfast on Dwight. He said, Irv, I want you to get a meal for you and Stars. So, Dwight, I love you, bro. Tomorrow morning, Monday, we'll be able to take care of this situation. And after we get it so that we can drive the motorhome down the road, we're going to the local mission. There's a big one here, and they serve meals, and they're a wonderful organization. We're going to go there, and we're going to ask them for permission for us to come in and do some volunteer work. Now, when I go in to do some volunteer work, I tell them, I don't care what it is. Cutting the grass, washing the windows. Now, I tell them I'm a hair cutter, so, I can set up a free barbershop and cut the client's hair. And some of them, they figure the haircuts, but our windows need to be washed, our grass needs to be cut, or this needs to be fixed. I don't care. I tell them, I don't care what it is. We're here to help. Now, something else I'm pretty sure is because I'm working on it, and with health reasons and financially, I cannot afford financially to keep traveling, or health-wise to keep traveling like we have for the last couple of years. I go in a neighborhood, I'm like, I'm here a week, then I'm moving down the road. Well, as it stands right now, like my buddy Dwight, the money he sent me is enough to get the RV so I can drive it down the road, and to put some gas in it too. And so, but one of the things I'm contemplating, and I'm praying about it, and I'll figure it out, that we're in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and I got here last week, so we're going to take and spend probably the rest of the month. Today's the 7th of the month, so there's 30 days. I got 20-some days, so for the next 20-some days, I'm staying put. I'm going to save that full tank of gas to help us get to Wyoming. And at the end of the month, Uncle Irv gets his retirement, Social Security, they call it, because I worked all my youth and my ages. I worked until I was 62 years old. And the kind of work I've done for the last 44 years is I'm one of remember that, folks. I'm one of the greatest barber stylists in the universe. The Lord has given me that gift with these hands to do miraculous haircuts. I'm so darn good at my haircuts, and I'm proud of myself about it. That's why I brag. I'm one of, because there's other, but I'm one of the greatest haircutters, barbers that lives on earth. And so that's what I'd like to offer the homeless shelter, because it's amazing how many people, even the employees, I've cut a lot of the employees. I've cut a couple of the directors and the managers, and so, hey, have a seat. Let me, oh, no, it's good. No, sit. If I could force them, I force them into that chair and I cut their hair. So one more thing. It's a little longer video. Uncle Irv froze his butt off last night. I froze my butt off. Here in Colorado, like right now, sunny, and the RV's starting to warm up. My feet are still frozen. I've been for a couple hours trying to get them warmed up. I just can't get my feet warmed up. So Stars and I, we woke up a little after 6 o'clock. Now, I was still tired. It's like, I do not want to get up another hour or so of rest. But I got up, and I've talked to my buddy Kurt's girlfriend, Teresa, and Kurt's incoherent. His eyes are closed, his mouth is closed. They can't feed him, they can't give him drinks. He's at the very last moments of his life. Any minute, I'm getting a phone call from his girlfriend telling me that he's gone. And so what I'm going to do is we've been deciding whether to go home and regroup and finish the mission trip down the road. But today, as my buddy Kurt is laying there dying, I've talked to him a lot. More than once, we talked about him meeting me as I'm traveling, for him to take a bus or a plane, and he'd meet me, get in the RV, and travel with me. And we were looking forward to that, but he got sick. He's got cancer. He's been dealing with it for a couple of years, and now he's losing the battle to cancer. Any moment, we're going to get a call. Any day, any minute. I pray for him constantly. Again, the call today is he can't open his eyes. He can't talk. And they, at the facility where he's at, they're telling him he's on his way out. This what is going on with my buddy Kurt Mobley is he's on his way out. And, so my fellow believers, please pray for his name is Kurt Mobley. His suffering is over. His body is in the process of shutting down, and he's going to go where he's going to go after he leaves this earth here any moment. So pray for Kurt Mobley for peaceful transition. And his girlfriend, Teresa, she's there. She talks to him. She feeds him. She lets him know he's loved. So pray for them. And now, I'm going to do it. Praise the Lord. We come up with the $213 that we need to get the RV to be able to travel down the road now. But I still need gas money. We still have a few thousand miles. A buddy of mine yesterday, Tim Chu, God bless him, and his lovely family. He let me know, Irv, you're talking about needing another $2,000 to $5,000 for the traveling that you got to do. And I have not calculated it. But we still have a couple thousand miles to go. Where we're at, Colorado Springs, Colorado. We're working our way up into Wyoming, over to Idaho, and into Washington. Now, when we get done with Washington, Uh, hey, that's 48 states on the lower 48. Then we're heading to, you got it, Alaska. Now the trip from Washington to Alaska is going to be a little tricky. I'm working on it now because it'll be 2-3 months down the road. But we've got to get Uncle Irv, the RV, and Stars across Canada into Alaska. And there's different ways we can do it. To drive it, I've been told there's a couple thousand miles across Canada. So, we'll be carrying gas with us, and it's going to, for a couple thousand miles, Tim figured it out yesterday. He was calculating it for me. We're talking a couple $1,000 for me to get to Alaska from here. So, again, if you find it in your heart to help support us, we got the emergency money that we need, and this thing runs like a champ. This is a beautiful RV, and it runs like a champ. It's only got like 91,000 miles on it. These motors can go for a couple 100,000 miles, and so we do still need your help. Any monies that is sent to us goes into the gas tank. Stars and I, we're good with food and water and everything else that we need to survive. But when I get in that chair over there and start it up, I look at the gas tank, and praise the Lord, right now there's a full tank of gas. I can get about 300 miles per tank of gas. It's a 60-gallon tank, and we get about 5 miles per gallon. So that's why I say we get about 300 miles per gallon. Okay, we love you. I'm very grateful for all the help that we're getting, because, again, you hear me say it a lot. I'm going to say it again. This old man in an old RV with a dog cannot do it alone. We need help. We need help. We need help. We love yous. And we're so grateful for the opportunity that we get as we travel across America. Okay, prayer. Kurt Mobley, his girlfriend Teresa, and include Uncle Irv and Stars in your prayers too. Okay, Huey Ho. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Okay, where's it? Oh, there it is.